Wendigos, spirits of hunger and the flesh. Welcome back, initiates. Today's lesson is not for the faint-hearted. We're descending into the teeth and ice of one of the most dreaded creatures ever to crawl through the cracks between worlds. The Wendigo. Origins of the spirit. The Wendigo isn't just a beast. It is a spirit of hunger, a force of starvation pulled from ancient Native American lore, particularly that of the Algonquin-speaking peoples. But don't let the word spirit mislead you. This is not a passive entity whispering through trees. The Wendigo is active. Hungry, always. It represents the darkest aspects of desperation, the collapse of self-preservation into cannibalistic madness. But what's more disturbing? It isn't just about hunger. It's a ritual infection, a folk magic curse that feeds on taboo and transforms those who fall under its influence. 2. The transformation. The process begins with cannibalism. Not accidental, not symbolic, literal. When a person eats human flesh, whether driven by survival or compulsion, it opens a door. The spirit of the Wendigo can enter through this act, infesting the body and soul like rot entering a wound. The infected undergo terrifying mutations. Their body stretches unnaturally tall and skeletal. Skin becomes pale blue, icy to the touch. Eyes glow with an arctic luminescence. Teeth sharpen into rows of needles. And worst of all, their hunger becomes eternal. No matter how much they eat, it is never enough. 3. Spreading the curse. Wendigos aren't satisfied simply with consuming. They replicate. One of their most twisted behaviors is the kidnapping of humans, isolated hikers, campers, or unlucky locals, and force-feeding them regurgitated human meat. Once consumed, the curse begins to take root, pulling the victim into the same doomed transformation. It's a dark symbiosis, a mimicry of unholy communion. For their magic and influence, despite their animalistic hunger, Wendigos are not without supernatural intelligence. They're not scholars, but they wield folk magic in unsettling ways. Mental manipulation. They emit psychic pressure, infecting nearby minds with urges, starvation, rage, violence. They amplify base instincts, try to coax others to eat. Sonic illusions. Their mutated vocal cords produce a frequency that resonates with the human nervous system. Victims might hear loved ones calling out, see mirages in the woods, or walk straight into the Wendigo's open jaws, thinking they've found shelter. They become the forest. They become the echo, and then they strike. Intelligence and behavior. Despite their cunning, Wendigos are not particularly smart. They're driven almost entirely by hunger. Once you've been marked, they will pursue you with a singular, ravenous focus. They hunt animals. They hunt humans. They hunt anything with blood and breath. Most operate alone, lurking in caves along the Canadian border or in the far north, where snow muffles screams and the trees keep secrets. But on rare occasions, they form hives. These are considered catastrophic events. Hives are typically neutralized by government-contracted supernatural hunters or black ops teams who specialize in supernatural containment and extermination. Wendigo. Here's where the Academy gets serious. Once a person has begun transformation, there is no cure. The Wendigo spirit is too deeply embedded. The only responsible action is termination. Their weaknesses. 1. Fire. As spirits of ice, they loathe flame. Fire cracks their armored skin and weakens the spirit's hold. 2. Piercing heart. At the core of every Wendigo is a blackened, frozen heart, the seat of its corrupted soul. Piercing it with silver, bone, or blessed iron severs the link between the spirit and the vessel, ending the abomination. 3. Full cremation. Burning the entire body to ash ensures total spiritual eradication, but this is extremely difficult in the field. 7. Final warning. If you hear crying in the forest, don't follow. If you feel inexplicable hunger that isn't yours, get out. And if someone you know begins craving something unnatural, don't try to save them. Don't try to reason with them. Burn the body. Break the heart. Seal the cave. And never, never eat the flesh of the dead. Dark Moon Academy will return soon with more truths they don't want you to know. Stay sharp, initiates. Stay hungry for knowledge only.